Romance Gen V. It may be a new semester, but it's the same soup mayhem we all love. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me as always, it's my co-host and master of none, Kira.
We're back and punching dicks.
Yes, flaming dicks. And
invisible dicks.
And, presumably invisible dicks.
Well, like...
all in the one episode.
Yeah, many dicks.
But yeah, I mean, it's what we've come to... Well,
at least
what we've come to expect. Yeah, as is tradition. We get some...
It's like a big flaming sea cucumber.
The fact that they actually gave it to us as well, that they were like, we're not just going to tell you it's a flaming sea cucumber.
You're
we'll
going
show
to
you.
See him getting like punched right in the tip of his penis.
It's thing of glory.
It is. That must have been really embarrassing, being like, hey, Mom, Dad, come watch my new show.
Well, I mean, at least
Arnold's got a sense of humour.
Well, like. Yeah, A, that, and B, it's all CG. Imagine if you're the actor who plays the fucking dickhead who tries to get with Little Cricket.
Oh, yeah.
And being like, hey, Mom and Dad, watch my show. So, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious what we're talking about. It's the first episode of Gen V.
Yeah.
Probably worth pointing out that while we are recording this shortly after it was released, it will be listened to by you at a...
strikes are still ongoing, so
yeah, we're going to watch and record the episodes, and whenever the strike is over... in a
desperate attempt to avoid spoilers.
Well, yeah, we're going to do it like we did with season 3 of The Boys. We're going to watch an episode and record, and then we'll watch the next episode and record, so we're not spoiling anything for ourselves in advance, I'd say, or you, the listener, but who knows when you listen to this. After the strikes, that's when.
Yes.
But yeah, no, so this was... fucking awesome for a first episode. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything less.
Yeah, I was delighted because I love a teen drama. Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl, fucking Pretty Little Liars. Yes, yum yum yum. Give me all of them.
Your jam.
I watched like the first season of the Scream TV show, which was actually quite good. But then
Did you watch that Scream Queens thing as well?
No, I didn't watch that. Emma Roberts' face kind of annoys me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all of them. Fucking. Yeah, I watched 13 Reasons Why. Like, yeah, it's your love jam.
Them. Not so much for me, but what I saw so far.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch more.
Oh yeah, this gave me everything I wanted in a first episode. It set up like intrigue and plot and mystery, and everyone's like ooh, but it also gave you all the kind of main characters and their interplay. And
it gave us everything boysy that we would come to expect.
Yes.
And did a great job in
as much as... I was not expecting them arms to come off. I was like, ooh!
Yeah,
ooh.
that's nasty.
Oh shit, they allow that in the skull? Oh, wait, they stick back on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. It's obviously very much set in the world of The Boys, but they do a great job of setting the world of the show itself as well within the first episode, much like The Boys did in season 1, episode 1. Pretty much blown away by the first episode.
Yeah, was not expecting it. Really, really enjoyed it. I want to fight a gerbil.
You want to fight a gerbil?
I really want to fight a gerbil, like...
Or actual David Crusoe?
No,
just
actual
a gerbil.
David Crusoe, just a gerbil.
And do you want to be that size when you fight the gerbil, or do you want to be the size you currently are?
Well, if I'm the size I currently am, there's no real fight.
And it can be arranged very easily. Whereas the other version would be a lot harder to arrange.
That is not a fun superpower. I feel really bad for her. That is not a fun superpower to have at all. Good God, like that is...
Yeah, no, it's pretty traumatic.
Although I do kind of want to know how she gets big.
I hope it's not the reverse.
Yeah.
Like, I hope she doesn't have to, not vomit, but I hope she doesn't have to, eat a load of stuff or consume a load of mass or something.
Because it's like, if it's binging, that is really, really not
Or does
fun.
it wear off over time?
I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out.
Well, no, because she runs off.
Oh yeah, she's like, give me a minute.
Yeah.
And then she comes back. And I always thought that was a bit weird at the start. I was like, oh look, she's tiny, cool. And then she comes back in and it was like, hang on.
Yeah, where did she go? So, yeah, did she also go off to the bathroom? Yeah, we're getting...
Way ahead of
Yeah, we're getting... Yeah, exactly. So, as for our tradition, shall we do a summary?
Yes.
Oh, wait, before we do a summary, we should also, give some credit to the people who directed and wrote this episode and whatnot.
Yes.
It was directed by Nelson Craig, who did episodes 5 and 6 of season 3. Woo. And written...
You'd have to give me titles because season 3 is completely...
I can't...
it really
episodes
is.
I can't remember episode 5, but episode 6 was hair orgasm.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. And written by Lauren Greer, Chelsea Great, and Wei Ning Yu. I'm sorry if I fucked that up. And Kripke had a credit.
No, because there's a very different tone to teen drama.
You would know more than I would.
No, there's a very different kind of tone from teen drama to The Boys, and they've actually got that balance down really well. I'd be interested to see where it goes.
And now for summary.
Yes.
A few years after the onset of her powers caused Marie to kill her parents, she's moving on from the vault-run Red River facility to the lofty heights of Godolkin University. Once there, she quickly starts to rub shoulders with the cream of the new soup crop, but it doesn't take long before Marie learns one important lesson. Being a soup isn't going to be everything she ever dreamed of.
Yeah, Marie is played by Jess Sinclair, who, if you've watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I did watch it, Sabrina's not great herself. She's the weakest character in it, but the rest of the cast... Chance Perdermo is in it as well.
All right.
As Ambrose Spellman. He's the Salem storyline. He's the person.
Not a cat though.
He's not a cat.
Oh.
Because the one who played Sabrina is allergic to cats.
Boo earns.
Yeah, so you get Salem, but he just goes meow.
And then fucks off.
Yeah, basically.
That's disappointing.
He's kind of around.
I didn't realise that both of them. I knew she was on Sabrina, but I didn't realise he was as well.
And I really like her character in that. So I'm really, really interested. She's a witch. Sort of. She's got like the cunning.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, for me, with the exception of anybody who was already on the main show.
Yeah, you did.
And Clancy. I didn't know. I knew Arnold's son was on it, but I'd never seen him in anything. No. And I don't think I'd seen anybody else from this in anything.
No, I've spotted a few.
Did you?
Yeah, because you've got, what's his name that was in Supernatural?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Uber blonde hair.
He's just in the Gaju ad, though.
Yeah.
I think he might show up later in the season. Yeah, so far I didn't really... and I didn't even recognise him at the time. You had to point that out to me. You were like, I know him with the bleached blonde hair.
No, it's super blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they all did an amazing job, just as good, again, as anybody on the main show. Like, they cast them well.
No, I've been really, really looking forward, since I found out that Jess Sinclair and Chance Perdomo in particular were cast. I've been really looking forward to seeing them in this, because I really enjoyed them in Sabrina.
Yeah, and the two of them in particular were fantastic. I also particularly thought that Emma Cricket...
Oh my god, I want to give her such a hug.
She's
amazing. That girl needs a hug.
She's so good in this episode, and yeah, she does need a hug. And the actress needs just
everything.
Yeah, all the praise, because she's really good.
There's just one moment where she's lying and she's looking at him, and she just kind of goes dead behind the eyes. She completely disassociates, and you can see it, and it just it hurt my heart so much.
There's a couple of moments
actually was like, I need get off her. You need to not be there. It really hurt.
I mean, we'll get onto that scene, but there's a couple of moments throughout where like that, her like eye acting. It's just the stuff that she conveys with her eyes. She's really, really good. She's really good.
Really talented actress, and her character Emma is really interesting, because she's like in showbiz and she's sort of famous and she has a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
but she really hates it, and she seems to be like, she was saying, like, she made the comment about her parents and her brother and her sister, so she seems to be like,
I was going to mention that as well,
like the least successful, but you know, she's got powers, but what use are they?
I'm not even sure if it's that, but there's certainly some form of resentment towards her whole family. I'd imagine it's that they've all been trying to like ride her success, so they've pushed her into all the VOD and YouTube crap that she
also
might
seems
not want
to have
do.
like kind of resigned herself to just having a good time in college as well, which I quite admire, because she is horny as fuck.
Yeah, and I also
enjoy her having the fridge full of White Claw.
It's 10:01 somewhere. I can't blame her, given what she has to do to use her power, to not want to like be on a high profile team or in a high profile spot where she has to use her power all the time.
Yeah,
so if she can do something like Crimson Countess and just sing for a while and not have to vomit up to... it's rough. But not as rough as what we see at the very start of the episode.
Oh, that is not how you want your first period to go.
No, it's not.
That is kind of...
Well, I mean, I wouldn't fucking know.
That's kind of like textbook worst case scenario, to be honest. Like, I actually could imagine, like, it just...
No, your first period kills both your parents, or causes you to kill both your parents. No, not exactly an ideal situation.
No.
Not, of course, not. That's not the opening. We get a little bit of
A-Train being drafted.
Yeah, because we get some context because it's 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah, no, it wasn't 8 years. She's 18, so it's when she was 12.
Oh, it's
so
6 years.
6
sorry.
years. Yeah.
They start showing us this TV report of A-Train getting drafted into the 7.
Yeah.
And we get to see a little bit of Madeline Stillwell again, brief though it is. Yay, indeed. And
I was so surprised by that. I was like, she's dead.
Not yet.
What?
But yeah, no, it's just a little bit to kind of give us context of when it is.
Yeah.
And we see Marie's family
and
watching it.
It's a big deal as well because it's the first black
exactly.
person on the 7 and like they're celebrating it and the parents are sitting watching.
Well, the parents are celebrating it.
Yeah,
the 2 girls don't seem
just,
all that interested.
But the really bad referencing because they're like, lay down and look like Kendall because it was like some fucking Instagram photo of hers from back in the day.
2017, presumably.
Where I think she's laying on the floor and there's like
fuck if I know.
I don't know.
Or give a shit.
But then they're like, there's a reference to them hanging out with Scott Disick and
is there? I didn't catch
Jake
that
Paul.
one.
Yeah, he's like, A-Train just hangs out with Scott Disick and Jake Paul.
Did not catch that one at all.
Did you not?
No, I'm not particularly bothered that I didn't catch
I
that
was just
either.
like,
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Given that it's a teen drama,
yeah,
there's probably going to be a lot of references that pass over my fucking middle-aged head. Like, I'm going to hold my hand up.
But that
right
was
now.
the parent saying that the mom was giving out about him because he was like, the dad's like, this is great. We've got a black guy in the 7, and she's like, but he's not a good influence. Like he hangs out with Scott
shitheads.
And Jake Paul. Like he's not. Is this really what we should be promoting? And he's like, just be happy.
Yeah,
that we're there. Oh, and also, we live in a post-racist time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! I nearly
just
ate my fucking dressing gown.
This is why I miss talking about this show. As fun as it is talking about all the other movies, not this show, but the boys' universe. Yeah. As fun as it is talking about all the movies that we love, I can just pick this apart. Like, we haven't even gotten to her
going up the stairs yet.
Yeah, and there's already a whole bunch of stuff to dissect just between pop culture references, horrible fucking corporate speak, and shit. And it's such a good show.
The drafting of A-Train means we moved into a post-racist time. I nearly fucking vomited. I was like, oh my god. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. There'll be a Nazi on the 7 in a few years.
She said it with such a straight face too. Like fucking Bula bus all around for that. Like the way she delivers that.
We love Madeline still.
With that little smug, that smile she does. It's kind of that Karen smile.
She's just
it's that customer that shows up and it's just like, I am right.
I'm so happy to have her back, but it just makes me so sad that we lost her in season 1.
Yeah,
like just Madeline or
Elizabeth Shue
is just so good in the role. But we're gonna have to move on because then Marie realizes she's feeling a little bit unwell and goes upstairs, and Mom is kind of
thinks
concerned and on it straight away.
Yeah, pops up to her. She does. I was like, oh yeah, no. She locks the door. Concerned, checks herself, has the moment that literally any person who menstruates has had, and just gone. It's either complete terror or you're kind of expecting it. It depends. Like, because if you aren't expecting that, if nobody has ever said to you that at some point in like the next year to 2 years you are going to bleed from between your legs and nobody had ever told you that, you're going to react the way she did.
Well, I mean, I assume she'd had periods explained to her, but what happens to her? Yeah, what happens to her, like, so she's just like, oh no, and it's a scary thing. Yeah, at first it's just, scary, period. And then it's very quickly, even though it's your mom, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, I can get that. That's the whole thing. And then the powers kick in. And that is just horrifying. I literally was like fucking crying. I was like, no, this is not oh god. It's so just traumatic. Yeah, I was just thinking about how traumatic it was before it then immediately goes way more traumatic and my jaw like hit the floor. I was like, if it had ended there, that would have been enough without it going. If it had just ended like before she kills her mom. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that would have been...
Or
yeah,
if she
freaky
hadn't
enough,
killed her
or-
mum, but like hurt her mum, that would have
Yeah,
been
that would have been traumatic
enough.
enough. But no, it's
They
like, mom is dead inside
They
of
really
like...
went, no, we're
5 or
gonna,
6
we
seconds.
are really gonna, and I think that's why Marie is such an incredible character.
Oh, well, yeah, because then it gets
Like, it
even
really
worse.
yeah, like I thought
Because
when
then-
you see the blood hit the wall,
Yeah.
and then it pans back, I did think it was going to be like a clean shot through.
I thought it was through the head, but then no, you see it's through the
slice
neck.
off the neck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, no. And then she's like calling to her as she bleeds
But
out.
even just the
And then the
visuals
dad-
of that shot combined with the sound, you see the blood kind of floating there, and then when the mom bursts in through the door,
You hear
you
like
hear it
almost
change,
like a dart.
and it like solidifies and turns into a dart, and you get this sense of, oh, now it's like
It's sharp.
it's sharp and solid, and yeah, it just goes straight through the mom's neck, and she
It's
screams.
it's the noise of it hitting the wall.
Yeah.
It's the noise of that hits the wall, and you're like, fuck, what the hell was that? And you're like, shit, it was the blood.
Yeah, and then when the dad comes in, she screams and like...
She's just completely overwhelmed, and he's not angry at her.
Oh, no.
How do you explain what just happened?
Oh, well, I mean,
Like,
there's literally only like a matter of
she's
seconds
completely
between the dad coming into the room and her.
shock and a fucking overload because this thing has happened to you, but then this thing, like, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and then
Like-
she like screams and
It makes her mom. It looks like it makes her mom explode, or at least the force of her
it like forces
exploding
all
the
of the
blood.
out
Yeah,
and
launches
him
into
into
the shower.
well, all around the room, kind
Yeah.
of, because when he lands, he's got all sorts of bits sticking out of him, and he
Yeah.
is also dead.
Yeah,
And
then her little sister.
Her little sister comes in and sees it, and then it cuts to Marie waking up in the present, and it's just like, I mean, my jaw hit the floor a number of times.
And then it's really happy music.
It is.
It was just like, what? And it's this big dorm, and like there's somebody floating, which is quite funny.
Oh, so the guy
Yeah.
floating asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and you get the pull back, and it's Red River, which is where all the kids go.
Yeah, as we saw in season 3 and in Diabolical.
Because we get to see Teddy.
Yes, we get to see Teddy.
Teddy's a bit older, and then there's a kid that looks like fucking what's his name from South
He looks
Park?
like Scott Tenorman, who's
Yeah.
watching the soup porn.
Yes.
Yeah, that combined with the open bong floating around at God U later on made me really overwhelmingly and like way happier than it should have, because it's just one of those really, really small things that they put in, but that I love, because in the comics, the whole G-Men storyline that this show is based on at large.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
like a frat house.
Yeah, it's a frat house
thing.
where
So
all this
there's-
ridiculous behaviour is
It's
not only
Animal
allowed but
House
encouraged.
mixed in with like Van Wilder, mixed in with like the fact that these people are basically indestructible.
Yeah. So
And
it's-
they're doing all the drugs and pushing things and all the things.
Yeah, so it's perfectly fine for them to walk through a metal detector to go onto campus and then have a bong float right past the security guard. It's perfectly
who's
fine
got-
to have a White Claw at 9 in the morning, and it's perfectly fine to watch porn in front of everybody else the second you get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like, this is just normal behaviour for the soups, and I was just like, that's just such a nice touch. Like,
Yeah, and it's basically like this facility just kind of contains them.
yeah, I think the ones that it maybe has a hope of adopting, it probably focuses on, and the rest of them, it's just like, yeah, try not to cause too much trouble.
Yeah,
And we'll just leave you alone and feed you. But some of them have hope, because it seems that Marie has...
kind of dedicated herself into getting into God U, and she says it's to redeem herself in the eyes of her sister. She wants to be a city hero. She wants a city contract. She's read all of Dean Clancy's books. I can't remember the character name. Brinks?
Brinks, yeah.
Sorry, because I just
think
spent the
it's Brink
whole
or
time...
Hoff, but everybody calls him Brinks.
I just spent the whole time going, Clancy.
Yes, you did.
Like, she's read all of his books. She has a drive, and she's like not going to stay where she is. Like, she's a smart girl.
What's interesting as well,
she's kind of moved past what happened to her parents.
Yeah, it seems like she has. She wants to get into Godolkin University, as we find out when she gets the acceptance letter. But what I thought was interesting was when she's sitting down at the table, there's somebody else saying he's been inspired to speak his own truth since Starlight spoke hers. Yeah. So it's interesting that Marie is still...
This is set between season 3 and season 4.
Yeah.
Of The Boys. So there's some crossover storyline.
Yeah, there is, and that's the first hint of it.
Yeah.
But what I thought is interesting is that Marie still clearly, even with everything going on with Starlight, she's still kind of not towing the company line because she's not involved with the company yet. But she's still believing it. Like,
yeah, and she's covers up her past as well.
Mm.
You know, she's just trying to be normal. It's really funny though because it's like she has no phone, she has no references or anything like that. And when she meets Emma's like, "Are you Amish?"
Yeah, is there black Amish? But yeah, but before she gets out of the Red River facility and into the university, we get a couple of like tantalizing bits, particularly based around the Elmira facility, adult facility.
You see another kid that from the facility being taken to it. So it's like
being taken, and then you see the name on the van.
And then there's when she's talking to Vanessa, who genuinely seems to care for the kids. I gotta give it up for Vanessa. She seems to actually be there for, you know, the right reasons.
Yeah, well, certainly the way she talks to her and the look over her shoulder at the camera before she mentions the Elmira Institute, seems to indicate that she cares for at least Marie, or probably the kids at large.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see.
She does want the best. She does seem to want the best for the ones that at least, you know, have a good future and stuff like that.
Yeah, and she realises that Marie is essentially a good person.
Yeah. It was a horrible thing that happened to her, but how else? Like,
from what she warns her, it sounds like it's a prison.
Yeah.
Basically. It's
where they put all the useless ones. And I've always wondered what they did with all the ones that had dangerous powers or powers they deemed to be defunct that they didn't want out in the wild. Yeah,
I wonder what...
The non-marketable supes, like what are they doing with them?
Yeah, I wonder, is it just that you're either marketable or you're not? And if you're not, is everybody sent to Elmira, or are like people who might be just like normal and not have destructive powers allowed just go out and live normal lives?
Yeah.
You know, like say you're
VOD controls,
like your mesmers and stuff.
But he did his time. He was a child actor.
Oh, I know, but I'm wondering just how many people and just how ruthless they are. I'm sure we'll get to know more as the season goes on.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll have the ones working the evangelical circuit, like anybody who's got any sort of like angelic type or godly anything they can push that way.
Yeah, there certainly seems to be the full variety of powers, and especially when they mention the two different types of courses you can take. You've got the crime fighting school and the school of performing arts.
Yeah. The Crimson Countess School of Performing Arts.
Well, actually, that's where we find out, because after Marie gets accepted and we're done with Red River for the minute, we get the ad for God U.
Yes.
Where we meet the dean and a couple of the students and how everything like works
I'm
there.
super able.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously cheesy ad. I'm super inclusive. It's everything we've come to expect of VOT advertising, to be honest with you.
American corporation.
But that's where we get the thing about the two different types of school.
Yeah,
you can go
it's crime fighting or entertainment. That's it. That's your two options. You get a city contract or you go on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, even then, only a few of them seem to get city contracts. So it's city contracts, or I'm guessing lower level teams.
Yeah.
Or things like the Christian circuit and stuff like that. But then, we get actually onto the campus proper after that.
Yeah, it's a nice looking campus.
It is, with its statues of all the dead superheroes like Crimson Countess and Lamplighter, and obviously the big Homelander one.
There's the Soldier Boy one as well.
That's right. It was pretty. Well, Soldier Boy's not dead, but
there's an A-Train one.
Is there an A-Train one?
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, because Thingy's like.
Oh, is that when he's doing the turbo or they're trying to get him to do the turbo rush?
He's sitting on
at
it.
the A-Train. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, because A-Train.
Because he's like, I wouldn't pour it on my dick if it cured cancer.
Yeah. But that is where we get the aforementioned bong scene as well. And it's also where we get introduced to Maverick very briefly.
It's a naked, invisible dude
but who's
like, you need to go to a consent seminar.
But more importantly, he's called Maverick. Yes. It's Translucent's kid.
Yeah.
So, he got powers too. And isn't locked up in a shitty facility like poor Teddy.
No, but he is walking around with his dick out.
Yeah, but at least he's got
like father, like son.
Well, at least he's got a hat and glasses on, so you know he's there.
That's the least he could do.
Well, I mean, it's more than his dad did.
He could be visible.
It's more than his dad did.
Well, he's the RA. He's in charge of all the hooligans.
Well, I do like that bit later. He's like, I'm not your fucking assistant. And then we finally get introduced to Emma proper.
Yeah, she's the roommate, and she is tiny, and she is fighting a gerbil.
for her YouTube channel. It's fun size with little cricket, I think is what she says.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's basically just there for a good time.
Oh yeah. She basically is like, well, my parents don't give a shit, so...
And or suck.
Yeah. So I am just going to be very, very horny.
Yeah, very drunk and very horny.
Yeah.
And she exposes us to the object of her horniness fairly quickly when she takes Marie to see Golden Boy have a fight.
Oh, yeah. I thought the stadium would be bigger. I just was expecting like a football-sized stadium type thing, but it's more of like a fighting arena, weightlifting.
I'm guessing it's just where they have some of their fights, and there's probably going to be like stages for the stage school, and there'll be other fighting arenas.
Yeah, well, it looks like when they showed it in the, I was going to say High School Musical brochure thingy, but they
called you ad.
Yeah, they have like the theatre group doing interpretive dancey wankology on a big like amphitheatre stage. So
well, we get some theatre wank a little bit later on when we get introduced to some of the other art students.
Oh God! And what I knew you from? Fuck off.
Yeah. But no, first we get to see Golden Boy in action somewhat in a fight against the Incredible Steve or the Incredible somebody.
I'm not fighting somebody with their name. You also get to meet his girlfriend, who is the kind of very stereotypical tall, thin, icy blonde, who's just like unbelievably gorgeous, but also possibly the biggest bitch you've ever met in your life. TBC.
Yeah, she doesn't get much of a look in this episode, but yeah, she does come across that way.
There is that whole like, I'm all about consent, but I could do it.
That
implied threat bit, and I was like, oh, I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
In that bit, it's just a mention of the dream, and she's like, well, I can fuck you rotten until it stops, and yeah.
And I was like, ooh, are you fucking with his head?
I hadn't considered that. Because that's her thing.
Yeah, it's all through touch because she's wearing gloves.
Yeah. But it's just that mention of that, and then it's on to the first fight, which looks pretty cool.
There's a lot of tonsil hockey, which poor... why can I not remember his name?
Who?
Thingy has to interrupt and be like, yo, tongue, in own head.
Andre.
Thank you. I'm just like, what? I just keep blanking
First
his
episode
name.
of the show, you're getting
Yeah, I'm just like, Chance Perdomo, him. I just keep blanking on his name. He's like, yo, tongue in head, come on, we gotta go over here. We get to see he's got some sort of like telekinesis type powers.
Yeah.
Because he's like, ooh, water bottle. Ching.
Yeah, he's got them Magneto powers, basically.
No, I don't think they're Magneto-y.
Well, definitely metal related anyway, as we see later on in the episode.
With the coin, yeah.
Yeah, and the truck.
Yeah. He's like, yo, need to go fight this dude over here. He's been waiting.
It's a pretty fun fight.
Go do the thing. Yeah, it is. And I was like, oh yeah, look at all his clothes burn off. Wow, Jesus. Laundry.
Yeah, no, he's going to have an awful lot of spare changes of clothes every time he...
Yeah.
Still not as sucky as Little Cricket.
No.
Who was in the crowd.
Oh, frothing on the waddle.
Yeah, just the stuff she comes out with, the fiery...
I hear he's cut.
Yeah.
Because, you can't cut him.
Or what is it she says about, I'd burn my mouth on that?
Yeah, she's just, that girl is just all the hormones.
Yeah, she's hot for Golden Boy.
Oh, she's hot for pretty much anything at this. Like, I love it, though. I really do.
Oh,
because it's so sweet. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm in college. This is the appropriate place to be this.
It's also where we get a little bit more of her and Marie kind of...
Where are you from? Do you not get these references? Like, are you Amish?
But yeah, Marie is
Marie's like, oh, I need to borrow your phone to see my class schedule because I don't have one.
Oh yeah, and that's of course when she realises that she hasn't gotten the class that she wanted.
Yeah, no, she's in the School of Drama and she's like, I did not sign up for that.
Oh, but that those arms getting ripped off.
Yeah, well no, then they watch the fight because she's like, I can't leave. I think that's...
Oh, it's at the end of the fight that she realises that. But just to mention the arms getting ripped off, it's fucking class.
It's actually quite fun because it's like a norm. He seems to have some sort of super strength and he's fighting a dude who's like on fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep, there's an on fire penis. It's right there.
It's mostly just kind of a brawl.
Yeah.
Until the arms get ripped off.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whoa.
Because, he's like got him in a submission kind of, like he's got his foot in the back and it's like, okay, tap out.
Nope.
Tap. Oh no. And then I was like, hang on, could the school allow that?
Yeah, because she...
Like...
It's at first it's made pretty clear what afterwards that
because everybody cheers and it's like what the fuck
yeah
and then they walk up and they like just kind of
reattach them
and I was like okay so you can rip off things that regrow. Good to know.
But yeah, so I mean we've seen it with Gecko anyway.
I really wanted to put the arms back on the other way around.
But yeah, we've seen that before with Gecko, that he can regrow things. So it's not new.
Extra $1,000, let you chop my dick off.
He's just particularly large and powerful, as well as having the ability to... Well, actually, we don't know if he can regrow them. Just he can reattach
things, yeah. Can he attach other things?
What, can you, like, graft other body parts onto him? Just turn him into, like, a Goro type character?
Yeah. Like, if you rip off a pair of arms and he grows another set, can you, like...
Oh, rip them off and then really quickly run up with 2 extra sets and reattach 4 arms?
Yeah.
Just keep doing it, give him 4 legs.
Yeah. And make him into some sort of weird limb beast screeching through the night.
I don't know if I want to see that. Don't know if we'll see him again. It might just be a one and done. But it's a fun little fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, then that's
the arms getting ripped off was like, oh. Everybody cheering.
Well, they're kind of like, ooh, and slow clap at that one.
Yeah.
But then after that is when Marie realises she's not got the class she wants, and she goes off to confront the professor, but first has to get past Jordan.
A nice bit about that fight, the end of that fight when they're putting his arms back on, is that Golden Boy is like genuinely like, oh, you did a good job.
Oh yeah, actually
like,
no, it's nice.
He's like, no, you did good, like next week you might take me, like fair play to you.
Because they very easily could have turned him into a dickhead character.
Yeah.
And when he says it, you believe it. It's not like Homelander and his, you guys are the real heroes. It seems to be genuine. There's a couple of bits later on that add to that he seems like an actual nice guy.
Yeah, he's actually just kind of a decent guy.
But yeah, Jordan on the other hand, they're a bit of an asshole.
They're a total asshole.
They just come across as a know-it-all
dick.
Yeah,
I can't blame them though, because they've had to deal with a lot of shit just being who they are.
Yeah, and
because like they have the conversation in the bar when they're saying
about the trustees. Isn't
it? Oh yeah, I'm too
confusing for the trustees to ever.
And it's like, well, they put you in the video, and it's like that's so they could say that they're fucking progressive.
Yeah, so they could suck their own dicks. And
but it also sort of, it was like you got Marie going, he, she, they, and it's like that's all you need to know, and they settle on that one. Like,
and Jordan doesn't correct Marie. It's just like, yep, fine. Well, and that's because Brink comes out and shoots Jordan.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, fucking psycho.
Well, that's how we see what Jordan's power is, or part of
when
it,
you get the shift.
Is that you get the shift from the female to the male persona.
Seems to be strongest then, because when they have the fight later on,
when they're
fight shifting constantly, and it's almost like there's a pulse. Is it like a recharge type shielding thing? The
female side of Jordan seems to have this energy pulse, and then the male side of Jordan seems to be stronger and can take the bullet and can take the full on hits from Soldier. I keep saying Soldier Boy, Golden Boy. But yeah, that's where we get a first hint of what their powers are. But it doesn't really get Marie anywhere. She argues with Jordan, and then
there's that whole you don't even have an Insta.
Yeah, there's people out there with 1 million followers who already have saved lives, and you don't even have an Insta.
And it's like, you rejected me? And it is. She's like, I'm the TA, I get to reject you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, Brink comes out, shoots Jordan, and then is like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and Marie's like, you gotta let me in. Let me in, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't really go well, though. After shooting Jordan, just shoots down Marie, and it's like, no, look, it's a perfectly fine school to go and go into the performing arts school. Like, you'll be fine, and it just brushes her off. Like,
and it's just like, bye-bye.
Yeah, and she's pretty dejected, and when she's outside, that's when we get our first hint of something untoward happening, maybe.
Like she's walking back to the dorms, and somebody just kind of runs into her. Yeah. And knocks her over, and he's being chased by the fuzz. Yeah, or campus security. Heavily armed campus security. Understandable. Yeah, so, it's the fuzz. Yeah, because he quickly throws a car out of the way. Yeah. Marie asks one of the guys who's running past what happens. He says, he's tweaking on meth. And you're like, oh God, yeah. No. All these young students on drugs and also with their superpowers. It's just a recipe for disaster. And Marie starts chasing along with them, and then... Plus, she also needs to prove that she can be a I think this is her opportunity to prove herself.
And as
also, she's just a
along,
good person, so she's going to see if she can help.
well, yeah. And then
You get
Andre joins in.
Yeah, because he sees them being chased. He hears like it on the radio. They'll be like, "Oh, he's down on the North Quad," and he
I
sees
think he
them
runs
running.
past them.
He boots it past him, and then you see the guys following him, and he meets up with Marie. Marie catches him with a blood lasso.
Yeah, manages to bring him down, and
Andre runs up behind her, and she's like, "Hi," and he's like, "Hey." And then he, I think, throws another car at more people. So Andre smushes him with a car. And then they chase the shit out of him and then gas him.
He mentions not wanting to go back to that fucking place. He's not going back to the woods. You can see the two of them are kind of like, the woods? The what now? And then, yeah. Well, actually, I think that's when he says he's not going back to the woods. That's, I think, when Andre smashes him and runs up to catch up with Marie. Yeah. So I think it's only her that's heard him. But yeah, he gets dragged off.
So that's because we've had Golden Boy talk about the nightmares about the woods when he's talking to...
well, I think he says the nightmare about the trees. But
about the trees. But then you go, I'm not going back to the woods. And it's like, ooh.
Yes.
Hello. VOD, because VOD are, it's a university. VOD aren't going to, not have their grubby little paws all over it in some form of way. Because if it's anything like the Godolkin house of the graphic novel,
yeah,
he was experimenting on them kids.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we see him get dragged back to some facility and thrown into a room.
They tase him, they have him fucking narked out of it, and he's awake again. He gets fucked into this room,
and he seems terrified to be left there. He is begging not to be. And the only thing we can see out of the porthole,
and it's a little porthole, is this
row of
mural
trees
of a forest.
And that's all we get of that for the minute. But yeah, between the thing about Elmira earlier on,
and now this seeming to be somewhere in the university, because he had to have come out of the under the university somewhere.
Yeah, so
he comes up in the middle of like a quad,
starting to get the seeds of the underbelly of the dirty things that are going on, and it's just that one scene for the minute, and then we meet the other kind of arsehole. Yeah,
well, he invites her out then.
Well, no, it's a bit later because
they split up and go off.
Yeah, it's the next day, and Emma's trying to introduce Marie to the other art students,
and she's like, "Oh yeah, they live on our floor," and your one is some quite popular.
She's talking about how she's going to be on basically Vought's version of WandaVision with Zach Braff, and is all very kind of tossery and I'm so great, and they sit down and she's like, "Oh, I know you do that fun size with little cricket," and it's all very patronizing, except for the dude who's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan." Is it Luke or Liam or something? Yeah, he's like, "Oh no, I was a big fan," and they asked Marie.
No, because Golden Boy's name is Liam.
Oh, that's where
he's
I got
Liam
confused.
Reardon, and
no, he's Luke.
Oh, he's Luke Reardon,
and the dickhead is Liam.
Is he? Ah, okay. Good. Yeah. And nobody said his fucking surname the whole time. I
was curious to see how they'd pronounce Reardon, all right. Yeah. But we might get it later on. Yeah. I'm sure he will show up in flashbacks in other ways in the rest of the season. But yeah, Marie then just is not comfortable kind of trying to interact with the students and kind of disappears.
She sees right through them. She doesn't want to. She's like, these people are kind of vapid. This isn't really her thing. She wants to be a crime fighter. She doesn't want to associate. She has nothing in common with these people.
No, and it's not what she wants. She basically wants what...
And Emma's kind of crushed because Emma wants to be seen for more than just being fucking fun times with little cricket.
That's where you get the first
You see it when she's like, "Oh, you have that YouTube channel." She's just like, "Yeah."
She doesn't... It's not the first thing she mentions. She mentions being on Chicago Hope or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, "I did a small thing on that." And they're like, No, it was this. And you just get the feeling that was something she was maybe forced to do as a teenager by her family. Yeah. And she wants to leave that all behind. Even though she was filming one on the first day, but if she's got a successful channel, she'll have obligations.
Probably have to. But it's not something that she wants to be known for.
She wants to move on and kind of start her own thing. So she's happy enough to be in the School of Acting. She's cool with that.
Yeah, she just wants to get her threesome. Yeah,
because that's it when Murray's talking, when they're at the stadium and Murray's talking about wanting to be number one.
Yeah. She's like, "Who wants that kind of pressure?"
And she's like, "I do." Emma's like, "Jesus Christ, why would you want that? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
She wants what we soon see Soldier Boy, fucking hell, Golden Boy is about to get, because that's when we see he's bound for the 7.
Yeah, he's been tapped to get into the 7 with Homelander.
Well, yeah, because it's to
It's
replace...
like, do you want Maeve's apartment?
Yeah, Maeve's or Starlight's old apartment.
Starlight's. And
He's
like,
getting a fancy new suit, and there's
New
no...
York's going to pay for it.
Yeah, no draft, no nothing. You're just straight in there.
And he turns around with the picture and you see his face drop.
It's when he hugs him. That's when you're really like...
Because there's a bit... When he's looking at the picture and he turns around with it and you can kind of see him being like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an, oh fuck me, like it's kind of, I don't want to go out into the world.
Well, yeah, certainly when he hugs the professor, you definitely see a hesitancy on his face. He's like, there's something there that he's
okay,
not
maybe
he wants, yeah.
He know, like it's kind of, they all kind of keep saying it's a shoe-in, like it was the world's biggest non-surprise that he gets in.
Yeah.
But I think he's kind of hoping that it just wouldn't happen. Kind of a way, like now that it's actually happening, he's like, it's the reality of it that has hit him, that it's like, oh yeah, it's going to be, like he said to him, it's basically, oh, it's going to be a couple of months, but that's all he's getting is a couple of months.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's then sucked into the vault machine, and I think he's already got an idea of the bureaucracy and the fucking...
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know yet, but he definitely doesn't look as happy as you would expect somebody in his position in
like when you look at when Annie got in.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Or anybody else has gotten in, or the Deep getting back in.
Yeah. But, and he's being accepted without the draft, because normally they do like an NFL style draft.
Yeah, they're drafted out of the college. Or we saw in season 3 there was a reality TV show to try and get a new person for the 7 as well. Yeah,
that worked so well.
Just got the Deep back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's straight in, but doesn't look too happy about it.
No, well, you get that later on when he's like, oh, do you mean when do I leave? And it's like he doesn't really want to leave the bubble because it's safe and he's king.
Yeah, I'm given what happens later on. That's what I think I thought at first, but given what happens later in the episode, I'm not so sure.
He's not ready.
If
he can't control his shit.
Well,
not the way he wants to.
Well, also he does say of the professor, you don't know what he did, so there's other shit going on that we will presumably find out later on.
So you get that moment in the club where he's in the forest.
Yeah,
he's hearing "Come help me." In the woods, and those woods look suspiciously like that mural of those woods. So
I think it's probably more to do with that stuff, is the look on his face when he finds out that he's getting into the 7, rather than just the I don't want to leave my comfortable college bubble where I'm, big fish, small pond kind of thing. It's probably part of it, like. Yeah,
because there's a security in knowing that you can kind of get away with anything because you're a favourite. There's talking about Jordan as well and being like, oh sure, your professor brings his favourite son/daughter. Yeah. Like you're a shoe-in for number 1, and it's like, no, they won't because I'm too confusing, so it's going to go to Andre. And Andre's like, I don't want to work with my dad. And I don't know who Andre's dad is!
I'm sure that's going
His surname is fucking Anderson. But, who is he?
Well, I might not be anybody we've been introduced to yet.
I know, and it's really bothering him. Maybe his dad is Tech Knight. But Tech Knight got no powers.
I'm sure we'll find out. But no, before they get to the club, we have to get him inviting Marie to the club, which is that's what directly follows him finding out he's on the 7, is Andre coming up to Marie and being like, hey, Coagula.
Oh yeah, no, he's got like he's
workshopping names for her.
Yeah, what's the first one's really bad.
First one's it's just Bloody Marie.
Yeah,
and then like, Coagula is the other one.
I like Coagula.
Coagula's not bad. Yeah. I wonder what they'll actually come up with. Will she actually get one? Little Cricket and Golden Boy are the only ones we know so far.
Yeah, the rest of them
because
don't
Andre
really
doesn't have one, Jordan
names,
doesn't have one that we're aware of yet. Anyway.
Few of them do, but they're still kind of workshopping names and stuff. Because also, like, Vought will get their marketing department on them. Because there's that brilliant bit in the trailer, or in the ad, where it's like, you'll understand the importance of crime fighting and branding.
Yeah.
So, like, Vaught's going to be, like, Golden Boy has a name, because Golden Boy is number 1. So, like, and he's on fire. So, like, he's been pushed because he's, like, on the big banners, and he's, like,
he's the last one on the ad as well, and you get the impression that because when professor's talking,
he's going into a city, so he's already out there and is recognizable as a brand before they even like get him.
But also when Brink says to him about the suit, he's like, "No more showing your balls to America." So he's obviously he's a household name if he says to America as a whole,
Yeah, but he ain't got no pop song. About a license to drive.
Yes. I'm sure we're going to get loads more of
once they're in the theatre school, all that type of stuff, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get loads more of that, and like Chimps Don't Cry and all that fantastic goodness.
Stop it, Chimps Don't Cry.
But yeah, no, he invites Marie out for a night out in the club.
Yeah, and she's obviously reluctant because her whole being there is like she's there on a full scholarship. It's dependent on her grades, all that stuff. Her staying out of trouble. Yeah. Like she's an orphan who killed her parents. Like she doesn't really have a lot. It's there or Elmira, and anywhere it seems to be better than Elmira.
Yeah, so she says she doesn't want to come out again. She kind of. She
plays it coy, like...
Yeah, she lies about her family background like she did to Emma earlier on. Understandably so.
She also doesn't want these people to kind of like look down on her because if she's like, oh, I'm here on a scholarship and I can't do that, she'd be like, well, they're not.
Well, I'd say it's more, I don't want him to know that I killed both my parents.
And that I grew up in one of the
I grew
facilities.
Up in Red River.
Yeah, it would be more that I grew up in Red River because you can say your parents are dead. Nobody needs to ask any more questions outside of that. And be like, I'm here on scholarship, my parents are dead.
Yeah, if they know what Red River is, they're,
Yeah, you don't need to say, I'm here on Red River. You can just be like, whatever.
But yeah, she's like, no, I don't think I'll go out. And then Emma's like, no, you're going out.
You need to go out because if you don't go out...
The way she convinces him, I'm going to masturbate all night about
this. And I'm going to be loud. And then it's like you're going to need to lube up your legs to get into the pants.
But in fairness, Emma really should have just spent the night masturbating.
Oh, it would have...
Because she starts by reading the comments.
Don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Don't ever read the comments.
And she really shouldn't read the comments.
Oh God, those comments were horrible.
Yeah, they were horrible. And then she sees the text.
And she's really not in a good place. And then he's all like, hey, remember me? I'm your biggest fan. Wanna hook up? Which is just gross.
Yeah, so...
And then we get that cracking line of, I used to jerk off to you when I was 14.
Yeah. So, I mean, these scenes are kind of intercut throughout what's going on, but just to take that kind of as one, she reads the comments and gets really, really fucking depressed. Sees the text from somebody who genuinely seems to be paying her
it's your man from
attention.
The
it's the guy from the picnic table.
He's like, because he was like, I actually really like it. I think it's really, really funny. I do watch it. And he's like, I'm a genuine fan.
Yeah, and then...
Which is like the worst person to sleep with.
Well, he just seems to be the worst person to sleep with in general anyway, because from the second he said, hey, can we try something, I was like, oh no.
That was like, no, put the brakes on, stop it,
yeah,
stop
and then
it.
he's like, I don't want you to think I'm weird.
I was literally sitting here going, get out, get out, get the fuck out, get out. No. The fact that your brain even went there, get the fuck out. Also, what can you do, bitch? Can your dick get bigger? Because she's like, that won't work because of, anatomy. And he was like, yeah, but the idea of you swinging off my dick. And I was like, okay, that is kind of funny.
Well, when we see it,
sexy way.
When we see it, it's fucking hilarious.
Like, if it had just been something where she happened to be tiny and he walked in and she took her like a kind of Tarzan, woo! And he was like, hey, what are you doing? That would have been like a non-erect penis as well to get the swing on it. That would have been fucking hilarious. Like, off the foreskin.
But...
the second he said that, my whole soul disappeared. Like that, just
and she decides to do it, and that's when we find out exactly how her power works.
And it fucking bothered me because she was like, it's not that easy for me to get small, and he's like, go on.
Yeah, no, it's just
and you see that light go out behind her eyes.
That's why I didn't know that his name was Liam, because I just have him down as Dickhead in my notes. He's referred to as Dickhead wherever he shows up because he is a dickhead.
No, you see the light go out behind her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, okay, fine," and she's so resigned to it. And I was like, "No," and that's when you find out actually how she gets small, and you're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
Like, no guy is worth this. No dick is worth this.
And
save yourself the effort. Get a good vibrator.
At
least you can put it in a drawer when you're done.
But when you see it the first time and she throws up, and then she
puts it on it's the hair clip in particular.
It's all the towels and the hair clip. And
the hair clip is such a nice touch because the claw clip is just, you see, it's not like, I just get tiny in one go. It's like, no, it's...
But
it's
that's what I was going to say. She, after the first round of vomiting, she only turns to about the size of like a toddler.
Yeah.
And she gets down to the size of like a few inches tall. So does she have to like, is that several rounds of vomiting?
How does she get out of the bathroom?
And then, it must be like a big old trek back.
Oh my God. Yeah, that must take her ages.
I mean, like, I absolutely do not blame her for like kicking his testicles. Like, she should do. How
did she get up there?
I hope he at least picked her up.
Also, her grip strength.
She'd
do really well on that mushroom spinning game in Takeshi's Castle. The one where you gotta land on the lily pad.
Yes.
Because that's how you're hold on.
That's how she's held it on.
But she digs the stiletto heels in. I was like, yes! You fucking stab him with them heels. And then he's like, punch me in the balls. Fair enough. Watch me fucking dance on them. It's
a testament to the show as well that they can go from something that's so uncomfortable and hard to watch into then
giving her a moment
on a giant dick and being just so fed up with it and being like, is the biggest dick you've ever seen.
And she's like,
yeah, relatively speaking, obviously. He's like, just say it. And it's like, for fuck's sake, guy.
So then she's just jabbing him with the heels and stomping on him. And he's like, ooh, yeah. And it was like, nah, dude, that's not right.
But when she lets go and lands on his nuts and then punches them.
It's like, ooh. Ooh.
I mean, unfortunately, he enjoys all of it. But, it's just, it's a hard scene to watch and then it's hilarious at the same time.
Jesus Christ, I hope he moved her out of the way. She would have fucking drowned.
Yeah,
because that shit's sticky.
I'm kind of surprised that the show didn't, because we
didn't get a moment of her like tailing off her hair or anything like that.
Yeah, because we've gotten it with MM and
come here, you big brown bear.
Yeah. that whole thing. So I was like, I kind of thought that was where they were going to go with it, but they thankfully
I'm glad
they
they left it at the ball punching.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on, because that is intercut with the guys going out to Seven Tower and then the club.
Yeah, because it was like, sweet, Seven Tower.
Yeah, it's nice to see Seven Tower, but what I thought was really interesting on Seven Tower is we get Marie actually telling Golden Boy
the truth. Well, partial
of the truth, that both of her parents are dead.
The fucking Golden Boy in his powder blue fucking 70s, 80s sports coat with the vest and the gold chains, looking like he's some sort of like Italian fucking Jersey Shore. Like the Guido in him came out.
But yeah, that's when we kind of see that
it's the state of him.
It's the like it gang of the college, I'm guessing, is Golden Boy, Andre, Jordan, and
Golden Boy's missus
Kate.
Kate.
I think she's Kate.
Kate.
I don't know. I will for the next episode. I will know her name.
I think it's KD, which is why we're both confused. I think it's CADIE.
For the rest of the episode, she is Golden Boy's girlfriend, and we'll get back to you on the next episode.
Really fucking shit at the minute. I won't load, so.
But yeah, they're up on the tower, they're taking their drugs, and Marie kind of opens up to him a little bit, and he is quite nice about it and responds saying, "Can I give you some advice?" Like, well, he says that he lost his own brother.
Yeah, his brother passed away, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and then he says, "Can I give you some advice? If you're gonna get into this, do it for you, and not for anybody else." Combined with the look that he gave while hugging the professor earlier, we're getting a little bit more of a picture of kind of maybe a reluctant hero in Golden Boy.
That maybe its whole life has been like, well, if you had been better, X would be alive.
Well, yeah, is he their kind of plan A, or not plan B1 after Ryan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did they try and go, right, here's a person who's potentially as powerful as Homelander?
Well, that was Black Noir.
But
then Black Noir got the brain damage.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, was his upbringing somewhat similar to Homelander's?
Did his brother have something to do with
that?
Had they
where
been
did the trees?
With
where does the trees or the woods work into this?
Because they're going to have kids that have manifested powers that their parents aren't going to want from infants.
Well, also because Briggs says that. When I came to you, you were just whatever, I think he says you were 4 or 5 and burning holes through every chair you sat on.
Yeah.
So he probably took him away after that.
Yeah.
So what happened? Yeah, where and what happened to him? Because he obviously wasn't in Red River. The parents signed him over.
Yeah, because that's the sort of thing, like he can't be in Red River because you can't have a baby that's just on fire.
So he
like
he
his
was
powers
also
seem to have manifest because that's Marie says that because he's like, you wanted to be like a little like Maeve in your outfit, and she was like, no, because I didn't know until manifest. My parents injected me as a baby, but they didn't manifest until puberty. Yeah, just the thought of like a randomly on fire baby.
Yeah, especially if he was one of the ones that manifested super early, that would be like laser baby.
Yeah, like translucent was literally invisible. Like if I'm in the baby onesies, those type of kids would literally have to be contained for their own safety. Like if you've got an on fire baby, how are you supposed to take care of it?
Yeah, especially when it can't control it.
Yeah,
like
until they get to an age of about like 3, 4, 5, when the cognitive awareness of
even when Brink came,
this.
Even when Brink came, he was still burning the chairs he was sitting on.
Yeah, like
so
it's a lifelong
he didn't have it under control. So I assume even though he's dead by the end of the episode, I assume we're going to get a lot more. I hope anyway that we're going to get a lot more.
Maybe
of
that's
Golden
what
Boy's
the
story.
Woods is. Maybe that's what's going on under Godolkin. It's where these kids are.
The ones who are too
the ones
powerful.
That have potential, but they need to be monitored. Like the ones that can't be like Annie, who
aren't with parents and aren't useless or awkward enough to get thrown into Red River, but we want to like monitor their potential.
Because think about Annie's power as well, the way it manifests. So if you've got like her teething. How did anyone get around her?
In the comics, Annie blinds her birth parents.
She blinds her birth parents. Like, they have the story about her blinding the doctor. Now we know that she was given V afterwards, but they seem to be emotion-based. So, when she was a small child having a tantrum, that must have been really dangerous.
Yeah, so I assume it's going to be the main crux of the season is all around the woods.
Oh, it totally is.
I mean, we're not going to
what did he say? What did he whisper to his ear? And what did Clancy do?
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of questions.
What did Maddie tell you?
Yeah, what did Golden Boy whisper to Andre? What did
Clancy
Brink
do?
actually do? What is the woods? What is going on? Yeah, because I'm assuming the main characters of the show aren't going to be people that we don't like and that are Vought.
No, we've met the main characters.
Yeah, I assume it's going to be these students that we like finding out how horrible Vought are and trying to fight against them.
Or at least trying to find out what the fuck has happened. And that's going to be our whole thing is what do Brinks do? Why did Golden Boy do this? Will
what's going on in the woods or whatever be something that Vaught's doing, or will it be something like Sage Grove that's only known by a section of Vought and the rest of the company don't really know what's going on? There's just a load of questions.
Because there's two. We met Dean Clancy. So he's over the crime school, but there's the other dean as well who was. Well,
he's the main professor, but I think she's the whole dean of the college.
She's the dean of the School of Performing Arts.
Oh, I thought she was overall.
No. She was in Bridgeton. She was Lady Mary Shawarma in Bridgeton. Second season, she's the mum of the two girls.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Not gonna understand.
Stunningly beautiful.
Anyway.
But we haven't seen anything to do with her yet, so.
No, she's just kind of popped in once or twice.
She was just in like the video thing, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on that side of things. Because, unless it's like they're growing scallops on old people over there.
Well, I
can't imagine the School of Performing
still,
Arts being that sinister.
They're still fairly tied to Vought because we see earlier on when Jordan's talking to Brink, he's like, Ashley Barrett called. She wants to know if you can do this thing or that thing or the other thing.
Not a hope in hell.
Yeah, but so there is still obviously strong ties.
Oh, well, yeah, like it's totally funded by because you get like Vought News ranked Godolkin as the safest university for the last 7 years. Like,
that's a beautiful little bit at the end.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
No, but say in the comics, Godolkin
he was semi-independent.
Yeah, he was kind of autonomous.
Doing his own thing, but that's at the same time. I think he knew how to like manufacture. He had to off on his own early enough.
Yeah, he kind of came to with his own franchise. But yeah, in this it certainly seems to be that it's well tied in together to the company.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad there's no Dean like actual Godolkin figure so far because he was always a creepy motherfucker.
Yeah,
he really gives me the icks.
Yeah, I was hoping that I thought Clancy was going to be their version of.
No, Godolkin, and I was like, oh, you're
he's
kind
also dead by the end of the episode.
It was kind of surprising because he does project this very warm image. Like he kind of looks a bit like a grandpa. Like he's warm and friendly, and even when he's talking, it's very like soft and mannered. But the words that are actually coming out are so soul crushing and devastating.
We'll get onto that
because such like
that's
blasé.
That's one of the bits that I love later on. But back to the club.
Oh yeah.
In the club is where we find out, where Golden Boy says to Andre.
Well, we get to see Thingy's powers, where he's like, do you have a reservation? She takes the glove off and runs us on the sand.
You don't give a fuck that we don't. Yeah.
So she's got Jedi mind tricks.
Basically, yeah.
So yay, fun. So they all go off, sit down, commence it jiggling.
Yeah, well, they take their drugs. We find out that
they've run out of coke, so they're all on Molly.
But that's also where she says,
Golden boy microdoses shrooms.
Yeah, and she says, I could make you take those drugs. I'm not going to because I'm all about consent, but I could.
Make
so
you
really
and it was
should
like
take them.
Implied threat.
Yeah, heavily implied threat.
From the very pretty, privileged white girl to the orphan black girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's where they have the chat about who's going to be number one when he goes and why it won't be Jordan and it probably will be Andre. And Andre mentions that
I don't want to work with my dad. And it's like, who's your dad?
Yeah, so...
And then they all kind of split off to do their own thing. The girls go off to dance by the looks of it.
Andre goes to flirt and then fuck shit up royally.
Yeah, and somebody really, really should have just said to that lady to just tilt her head down a wee bit, because all you can see is straight up the nostrils.
Straight up her nostrils, yeah.
And it was like, just cheat the camera a little bit because she's beautiful, but all you can see is nostril.
Yeah, it's not a great angle.
It's really not flattering because she is. There's one or two shots where she's face on and she's gorgeous.
But yeah, we get an up close.
With his up close magic with the coin into the little hummingbird, and she's like, "Oh, you're a soup."
It looks pretty cool
until it all goes horribly wrong.
It all goes horribly wrong, and my only issue is that as soon as that bird goes into that woman's neck with the first spurt of blood,
there's like hysterical
everybody
screaming.
in the club screams. It's not just one person, and then other people realise everybody in the club starts screaming straight away.
There's no trickling of scream. It should have been like she should have gone, "Oh my god!" Like the girl next to him should have screamed first because she saw it happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's immediate chaos.
Yeah, then we see...
well, I was going to say it depends who else that little bird hit, but it doesn't hit her.
I will say at least Andre tries to help. But then we see Soup
barely.
Well, no, he's there with his hand on the wound.
And then they do the classic
Soup thing of we got to get out of here before they realise it was us. And that works for most of them, but not Marie.
Marie can hear her heartbeat slowing down.
Yeah.
Marie can work with blood. She's able to encourage some of it back in enough to keep her going until the ambulance arrives, enough to stop her bleeding out.
Yeah. So
it was like, and I was watching it going, how come Vaughn haven't jumped all over that?
What, like for medical purposes?
Yeah.
Like?
Yeah.
Probably
she can control blood flow in a body. Do you not think Vaughn would be like, ooh, pinch a nerve, do this? Have they not gotten...
Well, maybe just the right person didn't see it, and whoever overlooked the case was just she killed both her parents in an explosive
I think
act.
they're going to jump all over this now because this gets publicised and they know what she can do with it. They're going to be like, hello, yes, come here with me.
And when we get the little thing at the end of the episode of what's to come later in the season, we see hints of them capitalising on that.
Her and like her rising up through the ranks quite quickly.
But yeah, she stays and saves the lady.
Yes.
And then the next day we see it's all over the internet.
Yeah. No, first of all, she goes home and shouts at Emma because she thinks she's going to get expelled.
Does she?
Yeah. She's like, if I hadn't gone out, like, this wouldn't have happened.
No, because that's after. Yeah, it's what you're thinking of is Emma saying to her, she's like, you say to everybody, you're a hero, but I made you go out. So in a very real way, I'm the hero.
Yeah, because I gotta love Emma. And then...
Oh, she's possibly my favourite character so far.
That's when you get Maverick showing up and being like, thingy wants you in his office.
Yeah.
Get a phone. Because he's still naked.
Yeah, and that's when we get that conversation between Brink and Marie, and he almost has me for a minute when he's talking about
the guy saving his little
dog, and then he turns it all around and you realise it's just words.
Yeah,
and he is as manipulative as anybody else.
We can't have any of these. And that's immediately when she leaves, when she's talking to Jordan. She's shouting at Jordan. She's like, do you know what he's doing to protect you?
Yeah.
It's like, even though she's the one that saved them, they're going to twist it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting the chop because they can't have the real important heroes look bad.
Yeah.
Whereas nobody knows who you are. And you did save that lady, but you actually caused it.
Yeah, because you murdered your parents and you're unstable.
And, it's a lot easier for that if it gets out for us to just say
really
that's what happened.
Nobody knows who you are.
And even when he's saying even when he's like, oh, I'm sorry to have to expel you, you're not.
No, you're not. You're not sorry.
You're not sorry, but you're still just a bit of an asshole. It's when she's like, what if I say no?
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, he's just remorseless. He's like, well, hey, look, you're an orphan who killed her parents. Man, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And it's
what are you gonna do about it?
It's nasty, and I don't feel bad for him.
No.
Because yeah, she leaves and
she goes back, has a go at Thingy.
Well, no, she comes outside and has a go at Emma and runs off and kind of cries. But
and then has her moment in the alleyway.
But just before she has her moment in the alleyway, we see Golden Boy wake up in his apartment and have his other kind of flashback trip out where somebody called Sam, calls out to him?
Yeah, I think it's Sam.
Somebody calls out to him and says...
Presumably it's his little brother, because it's like a smaller male shadow.
Yeah.
So presuming, because he's going, find me.
Yeah, he's saying, find me and this is real.
And this is real, please find me. So I'm going to presume that's his little brother.
But yeah, so that just a little short scene.
And that seems to have clicked something.
Yeah, because
that seems to be the one that's changed something, and he's like, I gotta go, and...
Yeah, that's when we see Marie crying and having a little bit of a freak out by the bins, and she resolves then to go back.
Because that's when you get the rest of the conversation with her sister.
Yeah.
Where she's like, Marie, what did you do? You're a monster.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not a monster. And you can see her, like, sucking it up.
Yeah, because one of the things that Brink pointed out was that, like, your powers, while maybe useful, are useless for marketing purposes. And we're never going to be able to sell them in whatever quadrant thing. But she's like, no, I'm not a monster and I'm not useless. And she's going to go back and show him. But before she goes back to show him...
That's what you get when she comes past Jordan and is like, she's like, do you know what he's doing to protect you? And Jordan's like, whatever. Because Jordan, you get the good comment from Jordan when Golden Boy marches into the office.
Oh, I'm sweating cocaine.
I'm sweating cocaine.
But yeah, he goes in and the door slams, and then Marie comes in and says, do you know what he's doing to protect you? And I think it's there or when she storms out, I can't remember. But yeah, she goes in and we see Golden Boy giving Brinks a very nice warm toasty hug.
Yes.
And so incinerating him.
Yeah. And then being like, oh Marie, and she's just like, I ain't seen none.
Yeah, rightly so. And it's one of those
he's so
things,
close, and he's like, why did you have to open the door?
But it's one of those things where it's like, no, if I know there's very little chance of him trusting her because he doesn't know her.
Yeah.
She's seen him kill somebody, but she had seen the guy say something about the woods. He is having dreams about woods. If they could just work together, they could probably fix everything a lot quicker, but it doesn't go down that way. He is like, nope, gotta kill you too.
Yeah,
he's like, just like, you don't know what he did.
He says that though, and he's like, oh Marie, why did you have to open the door? And then kind of starts to chase her.
Well, first he's like, we'll just tell them the story of he fell asleep and with a fire lit or whatever.
And she's like, yeah, cool, I did say it. Of course, I'm just gonna leave. Like, fine, and he's cool, like whatever. Then
you see the turn on him and he's like, no, you're not gonna be able to stay alive. I'm going to have to kill you too.
Yeah.
And in fairness to Jordan
steps
in a lot quicker than I was expecting
Jordan's
them to.
Just like, hey, buddy.
And I mean, okay, yeah, he bursts out on fire, so that's not right.
She's also running, like she
comes running out and then he bursts out on fire. But Jordan steps in a lot quicker.
Scared. Yeah, well, like Jordan, they all saw what she did. She saved their asses, like, in fairness. She stopped that girl dying.
But Marie doesn't say he killed Brink. It's only, she says that to Andre outside. She doesn't say it to Jordan.
No.
So Jordan steps
Jordan's
in.
Just like,
and
okay,
is like, something's wrong. And then when they're talking to Luke, realise really quickly that, something's definitely wrong.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you're in on it. I'm not going to let
you hurt her.
Like, you're in on it. And it's like, oh, okay, now.
And
relax. So there's something going on there, because when he says you're in on it too, Jordan doesn't react to that. Not the way Andre does. Andre's like, in on what? Like,
I don't think he accuses Andre of being in on it as well. But yeah, I'll have to rewatch that because I wasn't paying like super
just
close
the way,
attention
like,
to
there's
Jordan's
not
reaction.
really any sort of like, it's almost like a begrudging acknowledgement.
I thought it was just more kind of a shock thing of like, I don't really know what you're talking about, but I need to deal with you being super aggro first.
Yeah.
But no, it turns into a big old fist fight.
And there are people getting thrown around.
Because this is where we see Jordan's full power, and that's
Jordan can throw down.
Yeah, seems to be super strong when on the male side, and has these power blast pulse things.
Some sort of shield.
When on the
thing.
female side, and it's cool looking.
And the morphing between them, and then taking advantage of the height differences to get body blows in, and then shifting and like fucking like bloody
kick-ass fight scene.
haymakering.
It's a kick-ass fight
Like
scene.
there's one of them haymakers comes from fucking like way back.
Well, there's one very important punch in that fight scene as well.
Right off the tip of the cock.
Right on the cock. But yeah, no, it's a really, really cool fight scene. Just because, yeah, you have these 3 different styles of fighting effectively
going on,
and 2 of them working in tandem. It's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, Golden Boy being caught on the fly then, because Jordan as a female is very small and nippy and is getting in around the back and getting like kidney blows in.
Yeah.
And as he's kind of almost lurching around to get her, she's shifted into the taller version who's getting nails into the back of the head.
Yeah, and
it's so dirty, it's so good, but then they end up getting choked out.
When the hits are, like, Jordan knows when the hits are coming to change back so that they can take
They've
the
all
hit.
trained together for so long that like Golden Boy is a brawler.
Yeah.
He does seem to have that I have the big power, big punch.
It was the same.
There's no finesse.
When he's fighting earlier on, it's very much the same.
He's been the strongest, so he doesn't have to. It's like the same way Homelander can't fight because he's always been the strongest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he cannot beat Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy can fight.
But he manages to beat Jordan. And
he ends up choking
outside.
him out, and that's literally by using brute strength, picking him up and slamming him into a column, and then like he can't beat him in a straight fight. He uses his strength and his environment and just overpowers him.
Yeah, and then runs outside, at which point Andre has seen Marie running out and is like, what's going on? He's like, well, Luke just killed Professor Brink. He's like, no, bullshit. And then Luke explodes out through the door.
Yeah, and she's like, hello.
But I really like how Andre deals with it. When
he's like,
Luke
hey, buddy,
bursts out and realizes that he's like, oh, now everybody's seen it. It's not, I can't just kill her. Yeah. Because then I'll have to kill everybody else.
Yeah, it's not Leela and the Professor and the aardvarks.
No, it's not. So
in her little bender
but I like the way Andre's like, no, fuck everybody else, it's just you and me. Like, don't look at anybody else. Like, what's going on? What's happened? And I just likes the way he deals with it as a friend, as somebody who really loves him. Yeah. And he says that a couple of times. He's like, "No, I love you. Like, you know this. Like, I will just tell me what's happening." It's just you and me.
Like, it's very much a Thelma and Louise kind of moment.
And then he runs at him and hugs him, and Marie's like, "No," but it's just a hug.
Yeah, no, but he douses the flames just as he hugs him. It is a really well shot moment when he runs at him, because you're like, "Fuck no." Oh, okay. And then he tells him something, and I don't know what he told him. And I want to know what he told him. And that's the crux of the whole season, is what did he say?
Yeah, because I think, doesn't he...
What did Brinks do? And what did Luke say?
Doesn't he even mention the woods to...
just before he flies up?
Well, no, to Marie, before when he's like working through whether or not to keep her alive or kill her and what's just happened, he says something about the woods. And you see a look on her face. But then he's like, nope, time to kill you, before she can say anything. Yeah, so he says something to
something. We don't
Andre,
know what thing he said.
And then flies up into the air and explodes in a ball of fire and goo.
Yeah. Again, should be immune to your own powers.
No, I think that's an intentional... Because he is immune to his own powers in as much as he can walk around on fire and be fine.
Yeah.
But that he seems to like overload or something.
Yeah.
And explodes all over everybody.
Yeah.
And we get a very typical ending for a boys series.
Everybody covered in gore.
People covered in blood.
Yeah, everybody covered in gore.
Roll credits. Yeah. Almost. Because
roll Ashley.
Ashley quickly comes in and is like, hey, so everybody...
Following the news of the incident that happened in Godolkin University, which was the work of a drug-crazed madman, suffering a severe psychotic break. So well done.
I like how the damage control is immediate and it's like addressed to us as viewers as if we were students. I just like the fact
that the Seven can't even get a member into it.
Yeah, we were saying that. I was like, there
hasn't been 7 in the 7 since it started.
Yeah, and this time he didn't even make it to the 7.
Because Translation gets kidnapped fairly quickly.
They're running through. Like, even Homelander's taking members of the 7 out now.
Yeah. Like, I really wanted there to be like a Black Noir drummer from Spinal Tap kind of replacement gag.
Well, we might get that with
in Black Noirs like just dying off, whereas now we're just getting anybody who's tapped for the 7 dies.
Yeah, it's
that's kind of hilarious, because people are now going to be like, I don't want to go into the 7. Like, nobody's going to
want the curse of the 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the addition of Ashley's little bit of damage control, and how they use that to frame the here's what's coming in the rest of the season.
Yeah, here's what you can expect from your semester.
I just really like the whole... Godolkin University has been ranked America's safest university by VOT News 7 years in a row.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great.
Because of the VOT News.
Not covering what they say and what's coming next in the season. That's the episode done.
Yeah, and I was so happy with it. I was like, yum, gave me protagonist with like fucked up backstory. So, underdog.
Great protagonist.
Scrappy underdog.
Nice best friend character. Well, I'm in love with Emma. I think I don't know if it's the actress or if it's the character.
Everything about her.
She's just so I love her. She's great.
Adorable. I
want to adopt her.
She's like literally Polly Pocket. That makes me so sad. Her power makes me
all of that. I'm just like, you just need to be protected. You are awesome and lovable, and I want to adopt you.
You're too good for this world.
Yeah, basically.
I like Andre. He seems
really
decent.
like really nice.
Just sound.
I was surprised by
Golden Boy.
Almost at the end of the episode, I thought I'd get it through. No, Golden Boy. I was surprised by how he was characterized.
I was like, oh, you're exploding now.
Well,
I was not. I was like, oh, okay, maybe you killed him and that's the whole thing. But then he starts chasing her down.
I will say I should have known better. I wasn't expecting him to die,
but I should have known Clancy
was going to go because
spin-off special.
The spin-off special of bringing in a really big person to kill them off in the first episode. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Golden Boy to go out. Didn't like Kate or whatever her name is much, but we didn't get much of her.
Yeah, and she was very much frosty bitch.
Jordan was also frosty bitch sometimes, but really liked Jordan and really want to see where they go with them.
But Jordan is just very standoffish as well, so I think Jordan's probably going to end up opening up a bit more.
Yeah, but we've seen that they're probably right to be that bit more guarded and reserved if they are being touted as the number 2, but also constantly being shunned from the limelight as well because they're confusing. So I'm really interested to get more of them. Well, I'm really interested to get more of all of the characters.
Yeah, I would just want to see what class is like, because I haven't is there going to be just like some poor dumbass human theatre teachers or whatever, like teaching classes and trying to discipline fucking insane.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to see what the other.
I want to see the dynamics, like the campus dynamics.
Yeah.
Just because I think that would be fun. Like, is there a sports team? How do you do that? Like, is there soup games?
I think we will get things like that because they were talking about how, like, in the run up to the show, they were talking about how there was like elements of the Hunger Games and stuff like that in the university. So they have like challenge, and we've already seen arms get ripped off in a fight that was fine.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there will be other like
full battle royale.
Well, yeah, like their sports day is going to be full of mad shit.
Yeah. There ain't gonna be no egg and spoon race.
I can't wait to watch more. I really can't. That was a fantastic first episode.
And it's my favourite thing, which is young adults with no parental supervision and apparently unlimited funding getting up to shenanigans.
Well, yeah, because Andre says he put 10 grand on the bet.
Yeah, they just seem to have all this money. So yeah, young adults, unlimited funds, drug access. Shenanigans.
Certainly some of them, the higher up, with the ones who were higher up anyway.
They're probably getting sponsorships.
It's probably going to be like a microcosm of VOT at large, where you've got the ones who are in the 7 who are in the movies and getting all the support, and then you've got poor fuckers like Gecko who are just getting experimented on. Yeah. College is probably going to be like that as well. You'll have people like, say, Emma, who are lower down. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who are just there for the drugs and the sex, but don't have or want the pressures of the top 10. No. But yeah, cannot wait to get into more.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
Thank you for joining us again, guys. It's nice to be back, and we will be back.
Yes, it's nice to discuss like theories and start getting into things, because I have a whole theory about the guy who was running.
But I'm going to wait and
see how that pans out.
I loved all the world building, the nice little bits.
I just think the guy that was running is actually Golden Boy's brother.
Yeah, we both think that he's probably Golden Boy's brother. It will be fun to see how all those little mysteries play out. I just can't wait to watch more. I really can't wait to watch more, and that's what we're going to go and do, is watch the next episode. And I'm
going to go have a shower first because I feel dirty.
But yeah, we will be back very soon with the second episode of our Gen V coverage. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you want, you can head back and listen to some of our previous episodes our coverage of all the boys seasons and our interview with Derek Robertson, or you can check out our other podcast, Mono Rants at the Movies, where we talk about some of our favourite movies and some of our favourite DC animated movies too. If you want, you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.